This week we will be drawing a winter bird. And the most popular winter bird that hangs around during the winter time, that you see more in the winter time, is called a cardinal. And the northern cardinal is the most popular winter bird. They have bold red colors. They are common to be seen all year round, all 4 seasons. Even more in the winter. Winter birds retain, which means they hold heat in their bodies by fluffing out their feathers and also by using the cushion of fat on their body built up during the day. There is 40 different species of winter birds, and they are most likely to be found in the United States. These winter birds come in all different kinds of birds and all different kinds of colors. And we'll also be watching a video on winter birds. So, about cardinals. So I hope you enjoy that video, and we'll get to drawing our cardinal for this week for our winter bird. And then we'll go ahead and move into snowmen the next week. So first you want to start with the beak, the side of your paper, and kind of do a V shape, sideways V shape, and then round it off and make one side of that V a little shorter than the top part of it. And then you want to take a line and just connect it together to show that the beak does open. Then you're going to take a line up from that beak and curve it back slightly. And kind of bring that to a point. And once you have it as far back as you want to bring it down, curving the end just slightly. And from there, you're going to take a straight line straight out to the edge of your paper, so that you have a nice big bird in the middle of your paper. Now, this we're just going to simply take and go from the bottom of his beak, starting from his tail, and do a big smiley shape, curve it around, and bring it back up to the bottom of that beak. Now, we're going to also be using different patterns on our bird. And the first pattern, after we draw our eyeball, so let's first go ahead and add an oval shape right above the beak behind that line. And then another curved line inside of there, and you color that in black because they do have these kind of beady black eyes. Now, for our patterns, our first pattern, we're just going to take 2 lines, which is basically just review of what we've been doing all year long. We'll take 2 lines to kind of make the brim or the bottom of the toboggan that flips up. And then we're just going to add some curved lines starting at the point and going back down to where our toboggan has that. Our toboggan begins, has that fold. And then you're just going to stick a circle on top so we can draw our circles and shapes. A circle on top for the ball on his toboggan. Now you're going to add a scarf. And for a scarf, just going to come a little ways down under his beak and draw a line to his point where his toboggan comes down to a point that meets with that line that goes straight back. And then we're going to come down a little bit and leave a little, make it a little wider. So we're going to curve it in more to go back up to that point. Where the top part of our scarf is. Then you're just going to add a circle shape where that scarf ties at. And then just bring 2 lines down. And then close them off. And then your next line, you're going to take and kind of diagonally bring a diagonal line out, or vertical, however, and then close it off by taking it to the first one, the first part of the scarf that's hanging down. And then you're just going to add some lines down here for tassels. And remember, we're using whatever medium you have, which is crayons, coloring pencils, markers, but you may need to draw and pencil first. Now we're going to add our next pattern to give our bird to make it look like it has feathers. So we're just going to draw some kind of curved lines, but bringing them kind of down. And then another line, because we're going to separate those tail feathers from the rest of the bird. So draw a line that kind of makes this a V shape. That's kind of closed off. And then we're just going to bring some lines in from the bottom of his tail feathers in towards his body, or the top part of his tail feathers. And it's going to be it for the patterns on the bird. And we have our bird, but our bird needs some little bird legs. So I'm going to bring a line down and then a U shape that goes through it. And then we're going to bring another line down and a U shape that goes through it. Now, we're going to add a line that comes across the bottom, towards the bottom part of the paper for the background that our bird is standing on. It's going to be standing on a tree limb. It's a rather thick tree limb. Nice, thick, healthy tree. Now, so basically you just brought a line down and curved it and then went straight to the other side of the paper. So here what we're going to do is you're going to bring a line down, bring it down as far as you want to, and then curve it back or turn it back kind of to like a wavy V shape and bring it back off the paper. And there you have your bird standing on a limb. Now, to add our more winter effect, we are going to draw snow. And you can draw snow however you want, Because remember, no two snowflakes are exactly the same. So you can design them however you want. If you want them just to be dots, or you want to decorate them up a little bit, that's fine. But just make sure you add snow all in your background. The snow's falling all around our bird. And you can color these in if you want to, so that they look like this, or you can leave those open. That is entirely up to you. So there we have our winter bird, our cardinal, for this week. Hope you enjoy.